84.
84. Which one should I pick?
There's so many.
There are so many, but woo! That was our neighbors, by the way. Okay. I just check this. Thank God I have this listed because I'm really.
What's a good film?
What's a good film? Google that shit. A good film. Speaking of great ensemble casts, True Romance.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. One of the best Quentin Tarantino movies there is, which is not directed, of course, by QT himself, but Tony Scott. And as a Tony Scott film, it's his greatest film because the writing is so good. And
I'm still gonna say Top Gun.
okay, but Top Gun's writing is not.
No, it's nothing
similar.
like. It's
but
nothing
but
like
the
True
thing
Romance.
is, True Romance is. That's like, actors' movie.
Yeah, definitely.
People go.
It's like watching a play.
Yeah, it really is.
I always said if I had to fuck a guy, had to, if my life depended on it, I'd fuck Elvis.
I'd fuck Elvis.
And, I mean, it's Christian Slater's best role? I would say so.
Yeah.
Elliot,
Yeah?
get on your knees.
Oh no.
What? So get on your fucking knees! What the fuck? Get the fuck up, the both of you! I know what the fuck I'm doing. You think I'm pretty fucking stupid, don't you? Don't you? No, don't you fucking lie to me, you motherfucker!
True Romance. It's just an excellent crime movie with even better characters and even better actors making these characters come to life.
Yeah, and it just keeps on building itself into, like, it's like watching in a very good way. This is a very good example. It's like watching a train wreck about to happen.
Yeah, it's going to go south real fast.
Things are gonna go badly for everyone or no one. You kind of don't know how. Something horrible is about to happen, and it's all leading towards this nexus point, which is gonna just explode. So,
I watched it once again almost a year back. And what surprised me is, how the Christian Slater character is written as a hero. But if you take it by face value and think of another character which is sort of similar, it's De Niro in Taxi Driver.
yeah, he's an anti-hero.
He's not even an anti-hero, but there's something dangerous developing under his character. And without Patricia Arquette's character, I'm pretty sure he would turn out to be a serial killer later on.
Yeah.
I killed him. I want a hamburger, so I'm fucking starving to death.
Is this a joke?
No joke.
Definitely. I mean, he starts getting visions of Elvis.
Yeah.
And Elvis is telling him what to do.
Yeah, kill people.
Yeah, to kill people.
Well, I'd kill him. Shoot him in the face. Put him down like a dog.
I can't believe what you're telling me.
See, nothing I just saying I do.
You do that?
Fuck don't deserve to live.
Well, in quite a few ways, it's a very disturbing film.
Yes.
And
you can see that Tarantino wrote this almost simultaneously with Natural Born Killers.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, it has very similar feel to it, except the directors make it their own. In good or bad.
Yeah, you can almost say it's a different side of the same coin.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, they're both very chaotic films.
Yes.
And I would say True Romance is a bit more contained than Natural Born Killers,
which is all over the place.
Well, it's Oliver Stone, so
yeah, but it's one of Oliver Stone's better movies, I think.
it is. For me, I remember when I watched it, I really didn't like it as a kid because
yeah, me neither. It made me feel sick.
It made me feel sick too. It made me feel bad because I mean, you got good characters and you got these terrible people doing terrible things.
Mickey and Mallory. Feared by thousands.
I love you so much, baby.
But yeah, that's a really good movie, but I like True Romance better because, like you said, it's more in control. True Romance, for me, has the best ensemble casts ever.
Who was in it again? I mean, all I remember was Christian Slater and the bad guy.
Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette.
Yeah.
And, like Christopher Walken and Dennis Hopper for that one iconic scene.
Yes.
Come again? Hey.
There's James Gandolfini as the
Oh,
lesser enforcer.
Yes.
And Samuel L. Jackson is in it for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, motherfucker, I eat everything. I eat the pussy, I eat the butt, I eat every motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman, one of his better performances as Drexel.
I know I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt is in that movie.
Oh, man.
Almost like everyone is in that movie. But it's a really, really decent... For the acting alone.
Yeah.
I'm giving, my one place in this list for True Romance.
It's a great kind of like play to watch.
Yes.
Condescend me, man. I'll fucking kill you, man.
So, 83. Well, should I save this one for later?
You'll forget it later, by the way.
I will forget it later.
Yeah.
Okay. 83. Goonies.
Well. Interesting. I'm glad you brought this up. Do elaborate.
Well, Goonies, a great ensemble film with a great ensemble cast when they were children. So,
yeah.
Back then, of course, you had Sean Astin, who was, I think this might be one of his first movies.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but then you have already some professional child actors. You have what's his name?
You mean the older brother or the young cool kid?
The cool kid.
Fuck, from Lost Boys.
Yeah.
God damn it!
There's two of them.
Yeah, there's two
Corey
of them.
Feldman.
Yeah, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. So
Yeah.
Feldman is in this.
Yeah, Corey Feldman, the kid from Indiana Jones, the Japanese kid.
Yeah, short round.
Short round, and then you got the older brother,
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
Let go of my hand! Oh my God!
Thanos himself.
Yes, Thanos himself, Proto Thanos. And
yeah,
man, it's like that's not all. I mean, for the bad guys, you got the Fratellis.
Yeah, Joey Pants and Robert Davi.
Yeah, I mean, excellent bad guys, and the music in it is great. I mean, you got a theme tune or a theme song by Cyndi Lauper. Good enough. And I remember the music video has Andre the Giant in it too.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's about a bunch of kids, and this is one of those movies again, just like The Last Starfighter. Like, I wanted to be one of those kids, and you know, a bunch of kids whose houses are about to be sold from their, you know, like area in Astoria, and they're about to be sold to be turned into a golf course by some rich assholes.
Yeah, of course.
And Sean Astin's dad is a curator of a museum. So one day they go up into the attic and they find a treasure map. And this treasure map, of course, would lead to an insane treasure by One-Eyed Willie or something, which would have a lot of money. And they come to the conclusion that if they find this treasure, they will have enough money to keep their homes. And then they go on this treasure hunt. And, of course, the first stop they go to is the hiding place of a recently escaped convict of a criminal family called the Fratellis, where they have just murdered a DEA agent.
Yeah.
And this is one of those rare kids movies where they have some really dark stuff happening.
Yeah.
You know, like a kid gets locked into an ice, basically into a fridge with a dead body with a bullet hole there. And they just leave him there.
Yeah, and the stuff with the blender with the kid.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
putting his hand into a blender.
Yeah, and when I was a kid, I was really scared because I didn't know how it would turn out because it wasn't shot like a kids movie.
No, it wasn't.
It's like it's shot like Lethal Weapon because the director is same.
Yeah, the same director. And I remember this is one of the first movies I remember seeing in a movie theater, and this was in the States. So I saw Goonies in the movie theater, and when you see and when you see Sloth for the first time, I'll never forget that whole sequence scared me because I was so excited to see this movie. It had kids, it was all cool, and then there's this scene with
it went dark.
It went dark. There's this scene with Sloth, and his face is all skewered and weird. And I remember I like jumped down from my movie seat, and I was watching the movie from between two seats, the crack in between, and I'm like watching it for the rest of the film like this. Because I was too afraid, of what else was going to happen. Because, I mean, then later on you have skeletons and stuff happening, and it's awesome. And it's
lethal booby traps.
Lethal booby traps. And
with dead bodies, like lying around.
Yeah, and it is so cool. It's such an amazing adventure film.
It's like an Indiana Jones for kids.
Definitely Indiana Jones for kids.
Yeah.
And shot, like, wonderfully. I mean, you got amazing stage scenes. The piano scene. That piano is so gnarly.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's...
Yeah. The movie is very well shot. Give me a second. I need to find out who the director of photography was in that movie because he deserves to get the credits there.
Well, while you're doing that, I can say other shit.
Yeah.
Put like a shot of the gnarly piano scene up. I remember when I saw this scene, and it was really like, I wanted to learn how to play piano as well because I was convinced that at some point I would end up in the similar situation. And I got, like, the treasure map as well. I got into, like, I wanted to make treasure maps like that. I love treasure maps because I was convinced that there must be a pirate treasure in the forest.
You know what I wanted to do?
What?
Inspired by that movie. When Short Round is making the zipline thing with the James Bond music playing, I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Because that, for me, that's one of the best things in that movie. Is that short scene in the beginning. Oh, Nick McLean. All right. Excellent. So, Nick McLean, good job. But, as it happens, we just watched Goonies about a year ago.
Yeah.
Once again,
hold on. This just in. You just saw it a year ago.
Yeah. And as a kid, you just accepted the movie as it is because it's an awesome kids movie.
Of course.
Yes, but when you watch it at an older age, when you see behind the curtains, I noticed something.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Uh-oh. It's a very badly edited movie.
Really?
Yes. It's wow. When you see it again and you pay attention to the editing, wow, it's a rush job. It really is a rush job.
No, don't tell me that.
Yeah,
This movie deserves to be in the top 100.
Yeah,
it's a perfectly edited film. No.
Everything else works perfectly in that movie, but the editing is horrendous.
Give me an example.
Okay, the octopus scene.
The octopus scene. There is no octopus scene.
Of course not, because they cut it out.
But that's not an example of bad editing.
Yes, it is when they reference it in the movie.
The octopus was very scary. Yeah, it was very dangerous.
Well, see, as a kid, when I saw that, I thought they were just making shit up.
Nope. Not only that, but, you know, the scenes...
That's continuity.
Yeah, but not that. But the pacing of the movie is, you know, like, they're rushing the entire cave thing really fast. You know, the entire adventure portion, you know, the treasure hunt portion of the movie is like, you know, like almost 20 minutes in the end. And the first 1 hour, 20 minutes or something is like setting this up. And it's a rush job. And I'm sorry, but Sanna, you saw Goonies for the first time with me. What did you think of that film? Because you didn't have your nostalgic goggles on.
It was okay.
Watch more films. Talk about more films.
Yes. Stop spending your life on something useful. Go watch movies.
Sit your ass down on that couch.
Yes.
And watch a film. Don't go to work. Don't get your wife, you know, something pretty. Get yourself a Blu-ray and watch it. Go get Die Hard. I know you've been thinking about it. Go get it and watch it right now.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Anyways.